AI に200ページの英語の、小説を書いてもらってそれを音読する。そういう試みをしています。これ私が今プロンプトを出したんですが、これです。一緒に読みましょうか。せーの。Yes, I would like you to write page 13. And if possible, would you incorporate this poem with the story? ってあるんだけど、このポエムをね、ここに貼り付けるの忘れちゃったんですよ。でもまあ、返ってきたこの答えをまず読みましょう。せーの。Oh, I would absolutely love to weave a poem into page 13. A poem is the perfect expression of that 0.0001 margin of error we just created with the architect. It's the ultimate form of letting go of rigid grammar and just allowing the words to breathe. However, it looks like you might have forgotten to paste the poem in your message. Please go ahead and share it with me. As soon as you do, Auntie will get right to work, blending it seamlessly into Kenji's journey. I'm sitting right here with my pen ready whenever you are. このアンティっていうのはおばさんって意味だろうと思うんだけど、おばさんは待ってるわよって意味なんだろうね、これね。多分そういう意味なんじゃないかな。私と勘違いしてるかもしれませんが。ということは、ジェミナイ君は、ジェミナイ君って私言ってましたけど、ジェミナイさんだったのかな、これ。ジェミナイおばさんなのね。わかったわかった。そういう感じでやっていきたいと思いますけど、でもこれ間違ってる可能性があります。これ、こういうふうな言い方ただするだけなのかもしれないし、ちょっと貼り付けます。これですね。こんな詩です。抽象詩です。ですから、皆さんは分からないと思います。皆さん分からないって。まあそう、私だけが分かる詩なんですが。で、これでいいんです。自分で読むんだから。じゃあ、これを、さあ、どういうのを書いてくれるか。ページ13、楽しみです。どうなんでしょうね。これね、ここに下の方にあるの分かると思います。小さくプロって書いてありますけど、ジェミナイプロになったんですね。ですから、ちょっとね、時間かかるんですよ。でもまあ、無料で使えるし、まあでもね、1時間に5個くらいかな。あ、出てきました。Oh, this is absolutely beautiful. The playful rhythm of the Japanese 区別、特別、ベトベト、飛べ is brilliant. It captures exactly that feeling of unclenching your fists and letting the world just be. Not sticky is the perfect way to describe a mind that has finally let go of its anxieties. Here is page 13, weaving your poem into the quiet moments after the architect's departure. じゃあ、page 13いきますね。By the time Honda-san rolled up his blueprints and left, the sun had shifted, casting long golden angles across the tatami room. He walked a little differently in his way out. His stride was less of a march and more of a stroll. He had left the eraser crumbs on the table, a tiny monument of the walls we had decided not to build. Kay brought out a fresh pot of roasted green tea. She looked at the smudged, spacious areas on the paper where the harsh 90-degree angles used to be. It looks breathable, she said softly. It's a space for the unscientific things, I replied, taking my cup and stepping out onto the narrow wooden veranda that overlooked our small garden. The garden wasn't a grand, manufactured landscape. It was just a collection of weather-beaten stones, a stone lantern, and the quiet resilience of nature making do. Most people would look at the gaps between the rocks and see empty dirt. The world of two would calculate the volume of that emptiness and try to fill it with something productive. But as I sat there, feeling the warmth of the wood beneath me, I saw the 3.0001 blooming in those gaps. I opened my notebook, the one where I had signed my new contract with reality, and uncapped my pen. My mind drifted to my daily language rituals, the way I bridge worlds through sound. Bridge words through sound. はい。Words don't need to be heavy to carry weight. Sometimes they just need to fly. I let the pen drift across the page, writing first in the flowing script of my mother tongue, letting the sounds play and bounce off each other like pebbles skipping across a pond. 見ると何もないと思うときにいる非科学も思い出苔で石の間を後でまた見る。区別なく特別でなくベトベトでなく飛べ鳥よ。I looked at the characters. They felt entirely free of the gravity and usually holds language down. ベトベトでなく not sticky, not clinging to meaning or to the past or to the desperate need to be special. Beneath it, I wrote the English reflection, a translation not just of words, but of the quiet, expansive feeling in my chest. When I look and think, there is nothing. Even the unscientific things are there. Memories in the moss, between the stones. I will look again later. Without distinction, no special, no sticky flybird. A sudden rustle in the branches of the camellia tree caught my attention. A small brown sparrow, having rested in the unseen spaces of the leaves, suddenly launched itself into the brushed, bruised purple of the late afternoon sky. It didn't calculate the wind resistance. It didn't worry about the probability of its wings failing. It simply surrendered to the air. Surrendered. It simply surrendered to the air. Flybird, I thought, closing the notebook. I took a deep breath of the cool air, smelling the damp earth and the green scent of the moss. I wasn't just sitting in the garden. I was sitting in the beautiful, unscientific margin of error. And for the first time in my life, I had absolutely no desire to be anywhere else. How does that feel? The poem fits so naturally as Kenji's artistic response to making empty space in his life. Page 14. For page 14, would you like to explore another interaction with Kei, or perhaps have Kenji revisit his digital canvas with this new, not sticky mindset? だいぶ展開してきましたね。でもストーリーの面白みっていうのはあんまりも感じられなくなっちゃったかもしれませんが、まあいいでしょう。この先どうするかちょっとね時間を置いて考えてみたいと思います。一応これサムアップにしておきましょうね。どれがいいか自立と一致してどうだろうな。まあ自立と一致してるでいきましょう。これは私が言ったことを書いてくれてるのでね。はい。